I'm really hoping you're going to do this yourself, but let me just quickly work through this things to try so you can maybe get an idea of what you're looking for. So the obvious thing that you can do is move the sliders, and the sliders are changing values that will change things in the demonstration. You can see that it's varying the shapes of these graphs here. You can push on the buttons if there are any. So this is just telling the computer, asking the computer to fill it in a certain way. So nothing's filled in now. This is filling in between the graph and the x-axis. This is above the graph. This is below the graph. And like I said, it's not something you need to worry about. This would be something that would be covered in a calculus class. You can push these little plus signs and see what happens. If you click this one, you have a bunch of things that you can do. You can hide the controls. So now there's no more controls, and you can see now if I hover over it, it's saying, well, maybe you just want to see it without the controls. It's not very useful. So if I click on it again, the controls come back. I might as well talk about this now that I'm there. You won't be able to do this because you're working with this program as a read-only file. But what I can do is I can add bookmarks to this file. So if I see something really particular that I like, well, first of all, you can go back to the initial settings. So I've just done that there. And I've created a bookmark, and it says my favorite. It's not anything that's any big deal, but I just did it to illustrate this idea. So sometimes I will put a bookmark in here if there's a particular set of values that I really want to emphasize. And auto run, I think, puts it in a format where it's varying the values for you. So it's just going through all the sets of values and going through the buttons and so on. You might want to watch that. I don't know how useful that is. Clicking on the disclosure buttons here will show animation controls, and you can see it's really useful. You get these tooltips that appear. There you go, show animation controls, that will give you some ideas about what it's doing. And you can see you can step backward, play, step forward, and so on. If you want to, so you might say, okay, well, there's 6, but what if you wanted exactly 5.5? And I don't even know whether that will work. There you go, so 5.5. You can type numbers directly into this input box. So if I wanted to go to 8, you hit 8, and then return or enter, and there you go. So we sliders, buttons, plus signs, typing numbers, and looking at bookmarks. So there you go. You will see these demonstrations often in your lessons. The idea is to experiment with them, and hopefully they will provide a visual way of seeing some of the things that you're going to be talking about in your math class.